Hi everyone, thanks for tuning into my channel. I'm laughing because if you can see, I am surrounded with paper. What are we doing? What am I doing? I am building signatures, and I was going to build them and then show you later. But I thought I would show you how I build a signature. Like everybody has their own way of doing it. So let's just go through the process. I have three journal covers that I've had laying around forever. I made them based on a Treasure Books. Natasha from Treasure Books made these covers, and I thought they were really cool. And I just have some, scrapbook paper laying around that I'm not really using. And I thought I would make a set because the three together are really cute. They're not perfect. No, they're pretty good. So I still want to put the eyelets in here. I want to put some corner enforcers on it. And I want to put some decoration on the front. So let's see where we get today. However, today is it's going to be a 3 and 30. There's 3 journals. I have 30 minutes. So today all I'm going to do is build the signatures, and then maybe tomorrow we can finish the journals. That would be a good plan, wouldn't it? Okay, so I had started on this, and I'll show you what I did. I'll grab the first pile. Let me get rid of one pile. Let's start with that. I'm just going to put it beside me so that I can just grab them as I'm getting ready to go. Let's grab the first pile. Okay. So these two came out of one of my garden books. It's from the Prairie Gardener. They're from the 60s. They're vintage papers, but they're glued together. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go like this, because I kind of like the torn edges, and I'm going to tape these, tape these two sides together to create a page that I can sew into my signature. So what I'm using is something really simple. This is medical tape. It is super sticky. It is wonderful, and it is very strong. So that is what I am using to tape my pages together, because it is also translucent, and that is the best part of it. So it's not so obvious as when you are using washi tape, right? It's very similar to washi tape, just way stickier. Okay. Whoop. Hope you had a wonderful day. What day are we on today? Today's Friday. So yeah, that's lovely. Maybe I'll do 2 projects within 30 minutes. Why not? All right, so that's all I did, is I just taped them together, and now I have a wonderful double page for my journal. I have this antique book page this is from Arthur Conan Doyle, I believe. And I did the same thing. I put the tape in there, and that's when I thought, oh, wait, I should show you how I do that. Let me just start by setting the timer. I went to a thrift store today, and I only had half an hour for lunch. So I went into the thrift store and set a timer for 15 minutes so I wouldn't stay longer than that. This is a huge thrift store in Brandon. So I have, like, look, this is like destroyed paper, but that's okay. I can work with that. So this one does not need to be reinforced. I will, however, grab an eraser if I can find it. I have erasers here, there, and everywhere. And every time I need one, do you think I can find one? No, absolutely not. And I have so many of them. Well, I may find it when I am not recording. Okay, so then I have some coffee dyed paper. And I really like to make my journals out of a mixture of coffee dyed paper, tea dyed paper, Easter egg dyes, vintage paper, not so vintage paper, just a mixture of everything. This one is kind of ripped, but that's okay. I am going to sew around some of the pages still, so that is something I can fix with a sewing machine, because that just gives it extra texture. This one is Easter egg dyed, and I added some extra splatters to it here and there. This one just has a little bit. Then this one, I believe I dyed this with oh, what is it called? It's Paper Artsy Infusions. And I love using infusions, so I should show you one of these days. That would be a great project, just showing you how I dye my papers with the infusions, because they're fun to play with. This is Easter egg dye. This is Easter egg dye as well. And then I put a stencil on it, and it just kind of dried that way. There. Then this one is tea dye, and then I put it on my wooden board that I use to dry my papers, especially in the winter. But that board is so like it has so much ink in it and yuck and gross that it picks up when you put the wet paper on it. It picks up the dye from the board, and then I splattered some gold over top of it, so I thought that was really nice. And then this is Easter egg dye again. I like them really pale. I think you can get them brighter as well, like if you're just using the right amount of water, but I diluted a little bit more, so I got some really pretty pastel papers. Then I have a piece of ledger paper that is probably way too big, but I'll fold it down. I don't want to cut any of the pages too much. And I have a piece of antique music paper. There. I have a tea dyed envelope, and I have an envelope made out of a atlas page. So that is, I need to get to, I like 13 pages in my journal. So if I put the envelopes aside, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then the 2 envelopes. So I'm going to put this envelope in the center, and I'll put the music paper around it, just because I can. I have no rhyme or reason why I am doing what I do. I like this one. It is just, I just go with, that looks good, that makes me feel good. Let's just do it. do you need any more reason than that? I like having different size papers as well. So I'll put this envelope in here now. Which way do I have this one going? Because I want this one the opposite way. Perfect. So I do pay attention to those things. I think I want to go backwards. I think I want to go like this. There. Why not? Let's put some orange in there. Or peach, it's more peachy color. There we go. Let's grab that one. And trying to line it up nicely. And nope, let's do the ledger paper. It's always wonderful when you find vintage things like the ledger paper and it hasn't been used. Like it was a full block. Let's do purplish. And we'll put this one. There. This one. Math page. And the guide paper. And that gives me one signature. So then, like, I'll have to cut it down. I'll have to cut them all down a little bit. Like I have to cut them down at the top and the bottom. Not in here, that I'm going to work with. And I think I may have to take something out. So if I have to take something out, I think I'll take the envelope out. This one. And let's see, do I have something else that I can take out? I want to take the blue out. I want to keep that one. I'm very particular on what papers I keep. Let's take a look. Let's take, no, not that one. I'll take this orange one out. I have 2 orange in here, so that's okay. That's much better. There, that's one. And the second one is very easy. So I'm just going to put the cover back aside. That was just to show you. So that is one completed. I have lots of time today. So this one is also has one of those holes. I think it's from erasing. And I'll need an eraser to get rid of all the lines. This needs to be reinforced. So I'm just going to put this aside for a second. There we go. Reinforce my antique book page. The last thing I want is when someone is using the journal is to have it fall apart on them. So, you know, like that would be, oh my God, that would be so embarrassing. Because I do take a little bit of pride in my work. There we go. So did I find something today when I went to the thrift store? I sure did. I found it's really cute. It's a little golden book and it's something about a lion, which is really cool. I have a bunch of paper and die cuts and stuff that are from a kit, and it's all safari. So I think I'm going to use that golden book to make a safari journal. Just, you know, why not? It would be fun. Okay, the page, that one. This can be folded in half. music paper, the ledger paper, there. This needs to be, oh, this is actually stuck, but I want to use, I like the rough edges. So I'm just going to put it together like that and grab my tape. So I buy the medical tape at the Dollar Tree. It does the trick for me. I use it for many other things as well, but I definitely use it to reinforce the pages that need to be reinforced in the center. There we go. And this is just a question of folding, and I could have done that a little nicer. Oh, look at this one. This one has, this is a Easter egg die, but it has some tea stain in there as well. That's kind of cool. I don't know how it got that. Who knows? This again is one of those pages with the gold in it, and it picked up some color from the board. Do you want to use this one? I don't want to use the other one. I need to do Easter egg. I need to dye a few more pages. I am starting to run low, which is a wonderful thing to have. Because that means that I have actually created some things. And I have created a lot of things actually. Which one do I want to use? I think I want to use this one. Yeah. I like it. It has some extra color in there. There we go. So now I am going to use the one that I've already done, because I want them to be very similar. Not identical, but similar. Where did my envelope go? There it is. So the envelope goes in the center, and then the music page goes around that. Then the green page. Do I have a green page? I do have a green page. Then the colored one. There. My antique book. Where did you go? Antique. The peachy color. Maybe I will need this one. I'm missing a page, I believe. Interesting. I don't know how that happened. I had the same amount when I started. Okay, that is the ledger paper. Blue. This one. My Prairie Garden book. The math book. This is also like, this is all like vintage books and antique books that I am using in here. I just love the idea that I am just recycling this old paper and reusing it. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, so let's do the exact same thing again. We'll put this to the side and go one by one, see if they need to be fixed. So again, my antique page, my antique paper needs to be reinforced. And there's a piece sticking out. Let's not have that. There. I'm not sure if this would be rag paper. It is thicker than normal paper. It is like, and it feels different. So it might actually be rag paper, and I really, really like that I have that. Like, this feels very different from this. Like, this feels rougher, and it feels like I've felt rag paper before, and that's really what it feels like. So I'm going to use the scissors because I kind of made a mess with the tape. There. There. I don't know, I think I may sell this as a full set. So that would be a set of 3 journals. I think that would be the coolest. My music paper. I have so much paper, you guys. So much paper. It is crazy. So I really need to make some journals and get rid of it because I keep finding more, which is wonderful. I love that I am finding it, but I need to use it as well because it is useless if I'm not doing that. Right, then it's just a situation of hoarding paper, and I don't want to do that. Ugh. There. Oh no, straight up, straight up. Oh, no. Nope, it's not going straight up. I went crooked, and boy did I go crooked. It's okay. You won't be able to see it once it's bound in. There. The green paper. And this also has that tea-dyed stripes. I really like that. I like how that looks. This is just regular tea-dyed paper. I don't think I had another sheet of the one with the extra color on it. The peachy one. That one can be put aside. I'll use it in another journal. This is also with the infusions. Very pretty. Blue. Oh, it has a little hole in it. I guess I'll have to fix that when I grab the sewing machine to sew around some of these pages. Yeah, I need to. I was like, do I really need that? Yep, I do. We discovered that the last time. Okay, so we need the envelope in the center. Right there. And I'm just going to open this back up. And it needs to be like this. And this is going to go around it. There. Then I need the green. So they're all very similar, but different, right? The paper is similar, the colors are similar, but it's not identical, which is wonderful. It really truly is a set, but okay, the peachy one. Peachy. Tea or coffee dyed? Probably coffee dyed, or maybe tea. I don't know. I make both, so I don't really know which one is which anymore. I try to make my tea even a little stronger than normal so that it I get to use it comes out a little darker. I think I want to make some lighter tea dye, and I want to make some more of the blue and the purples and the peach, pink. I want some pink paper. There. My math book. Once you start looking, it is amazing what you can find in all the different stores. All right, 1, 2, 3 signatures, and I have 5 minutes left. I'm just going to say that I have had a few projects where it was taking me way longer than 30 minutes. So I'm going to go with, I am making that up right now with being at 25 minutes. I made 3 signatures, put them together, showed you how I do it. And I'm going to be sewing around them, and I'm going to get them ready so we can get them bound into, how do I have 4 now? How did that happen? I know I have a couple more laying here, but that was surprising. So I want to get them into the covers. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this was helpful. I hope it's showing you how I do this, and it's showing you what paper I am using and what my paper looks like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can see when I am getting ready to bind them into the covers and how I build the cover and do all that. So this might be 3 days of videos. I don't know if I will be doing it on the weekend or if I will be doing like next week, make it a week of building some journals. We'll see what happens next week. thank you so much for watching. Remember, tomorrow is Saturday, so that is the day that I am working in the journal / planner for the surprise, and I am doing that with the Junk Journal Studio kit, and it's called Summer's Bounty. So tomorrow is Saturday, that's when I'm working on that. And then Sunday is Treasure Trove Sunday, and I will be working in my board book. I don't have enough to do a full video of vintage treasures that I found. Plus, I just did that this past Sunday. So have a wonderful weekend, and hopefully I'll see you one of these days. Have a great day. Bye.